Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. And the starting group for the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Ginobili. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Harden in at the 1. And for the Heat, Worthy out there with George. Then there's Chamberlain. Then there's Carter. And it's Paul in at the point. So Miami will get the first possession. Take a look at the Heat. And Greg, they must be feeling the pressure of this winner-take-all matchup.
Yeah, I mean, they've only got one shot at this. There's not going to be anything secret about their game plan. They've just got to play to their strengths.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Outside, Rodman. Pass to Leonard. Paul George with the steal. Goes up, and it's Paul George with the finish.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Wembanyama up top, guarded by Chamberlain. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Rodman. It's Ginobili outside. Chamberlain with the rebound.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
George sets a screen. On the wing, George. Good, and Paul gets the assist. George has got his second basket of the night.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
It's Ginobili on the wing. Defended by Carter. Wembanyama sets a screen for Ginobili. Wembanyama with the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Carter left side. Three-pointer. And the Heat, another three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Rodman kicks to Harden. Into the lane. Rodman passes to Harden over Paul. And it's Miami with the rebound. Now we'll hear from Allie Laporte, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
A bit ago, I spoke with Coach Mike D'Antoni. Wemby came up, and Coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in when his players can. He said Wemby is counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Now Paul. James Harden missing on the three. And then Carter with the jam.
Man, I love seeing Carter take flight. Been Saturday, a powerful dunker on these alley-oops.
Inside. Leonard finds Ginobili. Wembanyama, a screen on Paul. Beyond the arc. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. On offense, here are the Heat. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Ball against Harden. Pass to Leonard. Ginobili outside. Rodman sets the screen for Ginobili. Wants to get it to Rodman and does.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Here's Paul. Rodman with the defensive effort.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Harden the pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Off target from outside. The Heat leading by 13. Paul surveying the floor. Puts up a three. Again, the miss by Paul.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
George with the screen on Harden. Paul kicks to Carter. Over Ginobili. Miami no good on that time either.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Wembanyama sets a screen for Ginobili. Stolen by Worthy. Miami's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Great positioning on the putback.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Now here's Ginobili. Still without a basket. Back to Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And just so difficult to guard the beard without fouling. Harden is constantly seeking out contact.
A different look for Miami. Morning's checked in for Worthy, and it's Richmond in for Paul George. Then for the Spurs, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Rodman. And it's Abdul Rauf in for Manu Ginobili. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you got to love the fire that Mourning plays with. His passion for the game is so special.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here is Harden. To the paint. And Wembanyama throws it down.
He just pops up and puts it in. Wembanyama really is that tall.
Pass to Carter. Shoots over Leonard. Another shot. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Miami on defense. They lead by 14. Abdul Rauf against Paul. Shot from 16. He squares up and sinks it.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here is Carter. 10 points for him. Shoots over Leonard. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Chamberlain.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Over to the left wing. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Artests, he's checked in for the Spurs. Ginobili comes in for James Harden. The Heat leading by 14. James Worthy on the wing. Pass to Archibald. Here is Richmond. He's covered by Ginobili. Morning a screen on Artest. Shot clock at 5. Carter inside the three-point line. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
Oh, very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
The Heat making a switch here. Kemp's checked in.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Cousins. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
If he's not a sure thing in the paint, Cousins is pretty close.
Wallace is checked in for the Spurs. And Cousins, no good on that one. Miami leading by 10. Here's Worthy, and the rejection by Cousins. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Cousins has got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
It's Kemp on the wing. Richmond outside. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Spurs. Now here's Cousins. Here's Abdul Rauf, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Abdul Rauf's got his second bucket of the game to go. Fires from way outside, and so it's Miami. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And let's not forget how terrific they've been on the offensive glass, throwing themselves on that backboard and being rewarded with additional points.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the five for Mike D'Antoni right now. We've got Worthy. Warning is out there with Kemp. Then it's Richmond. And it's Archibald in at the one spot. Spurs trail by 4. Ginobili with the ball. Guarded by Kemp. Right side Artest. Cousins with a screen on Mourning. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And Cousins, at his size, able to handle and finish like a guard. Very nimble in the pick and roll.
Here's Kemp. Rebound by Wallace. And San Antonio shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Now here's Richmond. No scoring in this one. For 3. Miami no good on that time either. Spurs have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Abdul Rauf, the pass to Ginobili. To the middle. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And how about the IQ there by Ginobili in that pick and roll? He is so good with being able to thread the needle with that pass.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Paul George, he's checked in for Kemp. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Rodman, he's checked in for Ben Wallace. Here's Archibald. Inside, Mourning. Buries it down low. Mourning's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Check out Mourning inside, where he operates with such confidence. This close in, he knows he's got the shot.
Now here's Cousins. He's got 8, and Mourning sends it back. Here's Archibald. Pass to Worthy. Here's Archibald. And here is Mourning, 6 to shoot. Heat moving the ball around. Archibald with the bucket. Archibald's got his first 2 points of the night.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Here's Abdul Rauf. He has 6. Rodman passes to Abdul Rauf. Here's Artest. No good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The shot's good from Worthy.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Ginobili against Richmond. Abdul Rauf, the pass to Rodman. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from George. Pass to Archibald. Outside for George. San Antonio with the rebound. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And the Spurs with some changes. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for our test, and it's James Harden in for Abdul Rauf.
Well, for his position, DeMarcus Cousins has a great build, capable of being a physical big man, but also pretty agile for his size and able to adapt to his opponent.
And the shot goes in. Carter's got 14.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now George. James Harden missing on the 3. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. First team foul. Worthy outside. Kemp with a screen for Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kemp's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Now here's Leonard. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Mourning's checked in for Miami. Parker's checked in for San Antonio. Carter against Harden. And it's sent back by Carter. They get it back. Here's Leonard. Kemp with the rebound.
Well, you can't play better defense than that. Patrolling that mid-range area.
Paul outside. Here's Mourning. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Mourning's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Paul George with the steal. Pass to Mourning. Now, here is George. And it's sent back by George.
Well, how about the D there from George, one of the premier two-way players in our league.
San Antonio making a switch here. Wallace is checked in.
Get there.
Now Rodman. Leonard looking around. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Heat leading by 5. Carter kicks to Paul. George sets a screen for Paul. Back to Carter. The tray. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, he's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Spurs trail by 8. Harden outside. Spurs passing it around. Leonard, no luck.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Bounce pass from Paul. Carter with a three. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
It's Harden down low.
And what control from Harden inside, adjusting his shot perfectly for that short-range make.
To the inside and taken away by Wallace. Harden with it, and it's Carter picking him up. To the paint, here's Wallace. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chamberlain's checked in for Mourning, and James Worthy is subbed in for Sean Kemp. Down low, and stolen by Chamberlain. Here's Carter. And the rejection by Wembanyama. To the inside. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Chamberlain with a screen on Leonard. Inside and taken away by Wallace. Leonard against George. Now Wembanyama. He's got 8. Wembanyama deadly inside.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
George with the screen on Harden. Paul kicks to George. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist in the game. Harden against Paul. Paul is up on top. 29 seconds left to play in the first half. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Paul outside. George sets a screen for Paul. And there's another one for the Heat.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Harden scanning the floor. To the paint. It's deflected and stolen by Chamberlain. And so it's Miami in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly.
The defense should get a talk. They've been getting splashed on all game. And I'm just sitting back watching the show.
And as great as they've been, the show still has a second act. It can all change in a flash.
Can you say splash on TV?
Taking a look at how the series is going for the Heat. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan.
NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Harden. Rodman is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Ginobili in at the 2 spot. And Leonard gets it to go.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Paul with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Paul's shot is off. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for San Antonio. 6-point game. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Heat leading by 6. Paul outside. George sets a screen. Chamberlain controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now here's Ginobili. Back to Harden. Kicks it out to Leonard. And a miss there on the triple.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Paul outside. Worthy a screen on Leonard. Worthy with a clean look. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. And now it's a 10-point Heat lead. Paul against Harden. Pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. Harden with the hang time.
All the way up. The beard. Boy, those were 2 loud points.
Paul against Harden. Paul dishes to Carter. Got a piece of it. Leonard against George. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Slick move by the Claw. A forward who handles the ball like a guard.
Outside, George. To the middle. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Outside Leonard. Back to Harden. Paul with the steal. At the elbow, it's George. Good, nice job down low. And that's 10 points for George.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here's Ginobili, and Vince Carter pulls it down.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Good work there as it goes. Chamberlain got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Rodman looking it over. Pass to Ginobili. Harden left side. There's the triple. No good that time.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Paul for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Paul's got 5.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Harden outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 4 on the clock. And here's Leonard from 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Miami leading by 15. Outside, George. Carter outside. Jacks up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. Carter's got 25 points in the game.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. The Heat making a switch here. Richmond's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Cousins is checked in. Paul outside. On the wing, Richmond. Over Harden. Richmond with the bucket. Richmond's got his first points of the game.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
And it's Chamberlain that time on the assist by Paul. Chamberlain got 6 here in this quarter.
Dare I say he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Now here's Cousins. 11 points in the game. Ginobili gets the bucket.
Very reliable. Ginobili solid from deep.
The Heat leading by 17. Chamberlain with a screen on Leonard. Carter. Second chance shot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Good on the second free throw. Spurs trail by 18. Ginobili outside. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Harden. Launches a 3. Vince Carter grabs the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Paul passes to Richmond. Chamberlain kicks to Carter. Chamberlain a screen. Pulls from the top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Carter's got 27 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
A 3 from Wembanyama. Miami grabs the miss. Chamberlain got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. To the paint. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And one of the most prolific scorers you'll find. Will keeps finding ways to raise the bar, as evidenced by his output here tonight.
Now here's Ginobili. 7 points in the game. And good that time. Cousins has got 13.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Chamberlain with a screen on Harden. Pass to Richmond. Now Chamberlain. He's guarded by Cousins. And the rejection by Cousins.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Cousins is a legitimate shot-blocking threat, using that reach to deter shots.
Now Paul. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. And here's Harden for 3. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got his 16th rebound on the night.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Bounce pass from Paul. And that one's good by Chamberlain.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Leonard. Over Carter. Drops it in from 14 feet away. He's got 8.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Paul against Harden. Paul dishes to Carter. Worthy sets a screen for Carter. Inside, 5 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
One of the most feared, versatile scorers at that forward position. Big game James always seems to make the most out of any situation.
A different look for Miami. Morning comes in for Chamberlain, and Georgia subbed in for Carter. The Spurs also changing it up. Rodman, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Artest comes in for Leonard, and it's Abdul Rauf in for James Harden. And that one, good. Cousins has got 15 points.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
Paul with the ball. Outside, George. Another possession, another assist.
And this is the best someone could run an offense. Pinpoint passing, everyone involved. Every time he touches the ball, good things happen.
And he's now tied for the franchise record for assists in a game. It has been a masterful performance. And so it's the Miami. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. So with Paul on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. They've got Carter. Kemp is out there with Mourning. Then it's Paul George, and it's Richmond in at the point. Carter on the wing, Abdul-Rauf covering, and the shot goes in. Carter's got 29.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And here's George for 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And San Antonio shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Cousins with a screen for Parker. Drives to the hoop. And then Cousins with the dunk.
This is a vintage performance from Boogie. The big fella putting pressure on him every single trip down the floor.
Pass to Carter. Mourning with the screen. Carter, the pass to Mourning. No good that time. Nice D from Cousins. Abdul-Rauf against Kemp. Now Leonard. Now Parker. Lonzo Mourning grabs the miss. Mourning's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Heat moving the ball around. Stolen. Parker looking over the floor. Rodman with a screen on Richmond. Parker against Richmond. Parker's shot is off. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Mourning. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got 4 assists now tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Parker. Cousins with a screen for Parker. Cousins, no one around him. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Can't forget about the mid-range, Jay. Cousins rising up with confidence from there.
It's Vince Carter on the wing. Lets it go from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Rodman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Abdul-Rauf. Screen by Cousins. Second shot opportunity, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, for what Abdul-Rauf lacks in size, he more than makes up for it with speed, ball handling, and the ability to score at all 3 levels.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Now here's Kemp. Mourning with the screen. Archibald passes to Mourning, and the dunk by Mourning.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Rodman. Abdul-Rauf kicks to Leonard. Wembanyama sets a screen for Parker. There's the 3. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists tonight. Outside, Kemp. Pass to Richmond. From deep 3-point territory, Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
First free throw is good.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Artests, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Ginobili comes in for Abdul Rauf. And it's Harden in for Tony Parker. First one falls for him. Ben Wallace, he's checked in for Rodman. And both free throws good for Mourning.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Outside Artest. Here's Dantley. Covered by Artest. Kemp can't hit.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Here's Archibald. Six on the shot clock. Here's Dantley. Covered by Artest. Miami no good on that time either. Mourning's shot is good.
Yeah, and Mourning's just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
Here's Wembanyama. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his fourth assist in this one. Outside, Kemp. Here's Dantley. Covered by Artest. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Dantley is an impressive scorer. He's a swingman who can take over games all by himself.
And the Spurs with some changes. Rodman comes in for Ben Wallace. And it's Leonard in for Artest. Now here's Harden. Wants to get it to Rodman and does. Here's Archibald, guarded by Harden. Archibald passes to Dantley. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Manu Ginobili on the wing. Outside Leonard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Archibald passes to Dantley.
Who's watching him?
Mourning a screen on Leonard. It's stolen by Wembanyama. In the corner, Harden drains it from beyond the arc.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a three, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Now here's Kemp. Pass to Dantley. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And the 3-ball is good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, Victor Wembanyama, a thunderous finish there.
It's Kemp on the wing. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Wembanyama with the rebound. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. Down low. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Ben Wallace, he's checked in for Rodman. Artest comes in for Leonard. Abdul Rauf, he's checked in for Ginobili. And Parker subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Richmond. And he misses the J. Spurs trail by 17.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for Miami.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
Here's Archibald after the basket by San Antonio. Richmond outside. Off the glass.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
It's good. And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. A big playoff win for them, but what isn't a great big in the postseason, huh?
Great point. I really just love the composure with which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals.